Physicalism, or the idea of this freestanding objective physical world, was completely blown away when I had a UAP experience that responded to my intentions. We're saying something that sounds crazy. We're saying that everything is consciousness and that things don't exist.
I had an experience, and then the intellectual investigation into the philosophy later served for me to get my thinking intellectual side to accept my experience.
It left me open to the idea that everything is not what it appears to be necessarily just because people are saying that.
I was a physicalist my whole life, and I was very anti-religion, right? And I would make one note here that, like, it's very understandable that as a reaction to sort of all of the history of religious ideas and those being taken to be axiomatically true, and all of the horrors that are meted out in those beliefs when they have political power, it makes sense that there'd be an aversion to questioning, the sort of new paradigm, which is a reaction to that. And so it's totally understandable that when people hear us, they're like, okay, these guys sound like they're about to sell me some kind of religion. We're not doing that.
But what that led me to was needing to get a comprehensive understanding of, like, every quantum experiment that has ever been done. And so what this was pointing to was that my classical intuitions about the physical world were wrong. Totally wrong.
What the physicalism does is it says there's this stuff called matter that exists outside of experience that is purely quantitative in nature, right? And that stuff just exists objectively outside experience and didn't require experience to come into being. And then it's from that we can actually get experience back out of it. And this is the circularity you're talking about.
Matter or physical stuff is defined as what can be wholly described by quantities, and it is that which has no qualities. But then we use that physical stuff to give an account for mind, which is that which has qualities. Without any satisfactory explanation or theoretical mechanism, even in principle, of how that's possible, this sort of categorical, incommensurable shift from non-qualitative to qualitative occurs. So essentially what they're saying is that matter is both not qualities and also qualities. This is a P and not P logical contradiction.